Okay, we are moving right down to the next tool, stretch. Remember in our previous video we took the tool scale, so we are moving to stretch here. Now, like the name indicates, stretch is a tool that we use to stretch an object. Stretch works on only two-dimensional objects. You cannot use stretch to work on a line. You can only use stretch to work in an object like this. This is a two-dimensional object. Now, stretch can add a distance to this 1200. You can decide to add a distance of 600 to make this entire distance 1800, and this square, the x part of this square will stretch to give you 1800 if you use stretch to add a dimension of 600 to this. Now let us see how it works. I'll first of all select this area because I want to stretch down to this area. Now this line here is completely selected. Why? Because this line and this line attached to it are selected along with it. So this line is set to be completely selected. And by the time we use stretch command to work on it, this line that is completely selected will move. Then this line and this line are partially selected. Why? Because this line that is adjoining to them is not selected. So the two of them will stretch. So I've highlighted, let me click on stretch to ask me to specify a base point. Let's use the midpoint as our base point, and then we'll go to this direction. That's the area we are stretching to. Then we type 600 and enter. You see, this guy has been stretched by 600. So instead of 12 here, we now have 1800. Like I said, this line that was completely selected will change its position. It will move, or it will be displaced. While this line and this line will be stretched. Now we can also do the same thing here. Let's select this way. So this line is completely selected, it will move. While this line and this line are partially selected, it will stretch like we have explained before. So let's stretch this way by 400. So I select here as my base point and I type in 400 and enter. So that's it. That's our stretch work. We have succeeded in stretching this side this way by 600 and this way by 400, and we can see that from the values that are here. It's a very useful tool when you needed to add length or breadth to a module in an entire complex drawing. You just use stretch to act on that particular module without causing any disturbance or any changes to all other parts of the complex drawings. Now very quickly, the next tool is trim. Now we use trim to remove the excess from a particular part of a drawing. Just remove the excess, trim off the excess. That is what we use trim for. Now let me come and use it here. Now this is an excess, this is an excess. So let me tap on my trim, click on trim, and then hit enter on the keyboard, and they just touch here and touch here. You see, it has been trimmed off. Look at this, it has been trimmed off. So that is how trim works. Then the next tool is extend. Extend is the opposite of trim. What has been trimmed can be re-extended out again. So just like trim, you click it and then you hit enter on your keyboard, and then extend and extend. You see what has been trimmed before has come back. Extend has one criteria going along with it. The object that is extended must have something it is extending to meet. I repeat, the object that is to be extended must have another line it is extending to meet. For example, if this line is not here, this one cannot be extended. If this line is not here, this one cannot be extended. Now this line can still extend to touch this one. Look at it. But this line cannot be extended, except, okay, it can extend to hit this. So let's see that. It only extended because of this one, but this one cannot be extended. I don't think it can come and hit this one. It can never be extended, but this one can be extended to hit this one. Can you see that? Good. But this one cannot be extended because there's nothing it is going to meet. So the terms and condition is that it must have something it is going to meet before it can extend. Good. So that is how extend works. Then the next tool after extend is break at point. What break at point does is that it breaks an entire straight line into segmented lines at a particular point. For example, this is an entire stretch of a line from here to here, but I can use break at point to act in such a way that this line will be broken at this point, and this one will now be separate. Let us do that very quickly. I click on break at point, I click here, and I click here. So that is it. You see, this line has been broken out. So this line is now standing alone, and this line is not standing alone. I can also come and break this. No, this one is a stretch of line. I can break this small one off. So I hit here, and I hit here. So this one has been broken off. See, this line is now separate. So that is how break at point works. Thank you, and see you in the next video.